Hello everybody, I have returned. I had to take a little bit of a break, but we're back in today's video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about some of the fighting games that you should play in our year of our Lord 2026. And without further ado, let's hop right into the video. I don't want to keep you guys for long. I feel this is some important information that should be put out there, especially with all the fighting games that are coming out this year. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. What fighting game should I be playing in 2026, being a newcomer to fighting games, right? So number one, I feel that if you are a newcomer to fighting games, you should be looking for, number one, the game that piques your interest the most. Don't really go for a game that, oh, everybody's playing this, so I should be playing that. Even though that is a big important part, because when you get into a fighting game, you're gonna want people to play, right? So keep that in mind as well, that you want to play a fighting game that captures your interest, but is also new enough to where there are still people playing, and that you can fight against and learn the mechanics and everything like that. A great example of this, there's actually two great examples of this. Marvel Tokon, which they're doing an open beta this weekend. If you're into Marvel characters and you're into the MCU and you want to see your favorite Marvel heroes and villains go at it head to head in a team setting, most definitely try that out. It's starting Friday, July 24th through the 26th, and Avatar Legends, which is coming out on the 23rd. So most definitely check those two games out. Those are two games that I will also be checking out, because when I was a kid, I was a huge Avatar fan. When I was younger, for one Halloween, I shaved my head and I did the Avatar arrow on my head. So I'm pretty sure a lot of kids done that, but that was one of the most memorable moments of Avatar for me as a kid growing up and watching the show. My favorite character after season 1 was Zuko, because I just like the firebenders, right? But Avatar Legends is one of the newer fighting games that's coming out within this week. So what is today? The 21st. So within the next 2 days. And then the other one, which is coming out in August, I forget what day in August, but in August, Marvel Tokon is releasing. That's why I'm suggesting for everybody to go try out the beta and everything like that. They also, what's the word I'm looking for? They also added Blade to the Marvel Tokon, which this is going to be the first fighting game that Blade has ever been in. So if you guys like Blade, if you're a Blade fan, most definitely check out Marvel Tokon. I know I'm talking specifically about two games, but these are two newer games that are out that I think people would like to try out. That these franchises are really big here in the US and all around the world, and that you should give a try if you want to try and get into fighting games, and if these are properties or IPs that you enjoy and like. And because within the first couple of months, like in my opinion, I think within the first 3 months, that's when you're gonna have the most people playing. So most definitely try to hop into those games. If you want to try to play a game that's more established and that people are still playing, I suggest Street Fighter 6, because Street Fighter 6 has a lot of good learning tools. They have like character guides to teach you what to do with certain characters or how certain characters play. And then they also have the modern control system, which a lot of games nowadays do have. Same thing with Fatal Fury. If you like a little bit of a slower paced fighting game, in my opinion, Fatal Fury is a little bit of slower paced than Street Fighter 6. So that game is really good if you're trying to get into something a little bit slower paced. And then there's also Invincible Versus, which is another, well, Invincible Versus is a team fighting game, but is tag based. So you call in assist, you can switch in and out of characters. All characters have different life bars, unlike Marvel Tokon, which is just one life bar for all your characters. So, excuse me. Marvel Tokon and Invincible Versus, if you're a guy that likes, or if you're a person in general that likes like team-based fighting games where you can switch in and out of characters, Those are two games that are within the same genre. I would consider a subgenre of fighting games, but the way that they use the team aspect is very different. Where on one hand, in Invincible Versus, you have your point character, and then you have two other assists that you could switch in and out of. Whereas on Marvel Tokon, I don't know how their tag system is now. I don't know if they made it more viable to tag in and out, but you have your point character, which is your main character, and then you have now 4 or 3 assists, and you can switch between the 3 characters, or the 4 characters technically. But those are some games that I would suggest getting into, as well as Guilty Gear Strive with their Guilty Gear Strive 2.0, and a lot of new characters coming to Guilty Gear Strive. And then also, let me think, Street Fighter, Fatal Fury. I think there's not any more after that, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But most definitely those set of games, I would suggest to people that want to get into fighting games, that are willing to learn like the mechanics and everything of those games. But also, the other part of it is that you have to find a character that you love. For me, with Street Fighter 6, the character that I instantly gravitated towards was Ken. Because Ken, I like the more like rugged look, like the more beat up version of Ken. Like, he's down in the dump, like his whole storyline, I like it in Street Fighter 6. And then Terry Bogard as well. Terry and Ken like share a storyline. Not like they're going through the same thing, but like Terry's in Ken's storyline, and in Fatal Fury, Ken is in Terry's storyline, kind of. Like, that's like one of my favorite aspects of the Marvel versus not Marvel, Capcom versus SNK series. Like, the storylines between the characters, I feel, are so good, and they make those two characters, Terry and Ken, a lot cooler to me in that aspect. And then also, so yeah, find your character. That's number one. A lot of people have a hard time finding the character. That's called a character crisis, where you like the fighting game, but you just don't have a character that you love enough to keep playing it, which is where I'm at right now with Invincible Versus. Like, I have my team. Conquest is really the only one that I like really enjoy. I'm still Mark is fine, but everybody plays Mark, so I'm like, Mark is not really somebody that I enjoy in Invincible Versus as much as I enjoy Conquest, because Conquest is just so much cooler in my opinion. And then, so characters, and also enjoy the gameplay loop. And if you don't enjoy like the gameplay that is being provided, like you don't like the combo routes that you have to do or have to take for certain characters, you don't like the 50-50 mix or the throw loops, that's something that you have to learn to love and enjoy, which is where I had a big issue with, what's the game, with not Street Fighter 6, but Fatal Fury. I like the pacing of the game, but there's some stuff in the game where I feel like, oh, I should have beat that out, or like, you know what I mean? Like, there's certain interactions that I need to get better at understanding and learning. But that's a personal issue that I have to get through and learn the game, right? But Fatal Fury is adding a lot of new characters as well. They have a new character each month now, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have for the last 2 characters as well, because those 2 are mystery characters. And then on top of that, gameplay, like I was just talking about, gameplay is something that you really have to consider. Like, oh, am I gonna be fine with being in a 50-50 situation where I'm probably gonna get grabbed, or I'm gonna get hit with a meaty, like stuff like that, right? So most definitely look for that when you are thinking about getting into fighting games. And don't, like, if you're having a lot of problems with fighting games and that you can't really find the one that you are into, don't give up, because you could be like almost to the game that you want and you quit on fighting games in general, and then the game that you really enjoy comes. I'm not saying to like just not to drop fighting games entirely, like still give fighting games a chance, even though if you're having these issues, because you can learn a lot of stuff from the games that you don't even like. Like I had a big learning experience when it came to what is this game called? I forget. When it came to Fatal Fury, with some of their mechanics and learning the pacing of how I want to run the game, right? So if I want the game to be quick, I gotta be more aggressive with my characters and stuff like that, right? So there, even in games that you don't like, there's a lot of stuff that you can learn from them. Another point of interest is get into the communities of the FGC to be able to learn, like, oh, this is what goes on in the FGC, these are how people interact, and even talk to people within the FGC. People within the fighting game community are willing to help and teach you basically almost anything, I feel, because I've had people from the FGC community come into my streams when I'm playing Street Fighter, and they're like, oh, I'm getting prepared for this tournament as well, because I'm going to CEO this year. So they're like, oh, I'm going to this tournament as well. Let's hop into some matches together, and let's train for the tournament. And I was like, oh shoot, cool, bet. I'm willing to do that anytime. I'll let you know when I'm available. So that's another thing that I feel, if you're getting into the fighting game space, is important to do, is to talk to other people within the fighting game community and try to learn from them as well. Don't just try to do everything on your own, because a lot of times when we try to do things on our own, it doesn't turn out the way that we want, or we're missing some key information or key parts when we're trying to learn, right? Also, just enjoy the game and love the game, and make it your favorite game of all time, basically. That's just something in my opinion. I've always loved Street Fighter. That's why I'm still playing Street Fighter 6, even with my gripes with the game. I love Street Fighter as a series. I've been playing since Street Fighter 4. Then I went when they released Street Fighter Third Strike Online Edition. I go back even today and play some of Third Strike, because that's one of my favorite Street Fighter games within the series. Street Fighter 5, I haven't really gone back to playing, but Street Fighter 6 is like, I feel like Street Fighter 6 is in like this weird middle ground where like it's like Street Fighter Third Strike, but it has like that Street Fighter, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird middle ground for me. But just find the game that you enjoy, find the game that catches your interest, and find the game where you have a character that you really, really enjoy playing. That's what I think should be the most important when it comes to finding a fighting game that you enjoy, or trying to get into any game really in general. But that's the first point I wanted to talk about. And don't give up halfway when you're trying to find your fighting game, or to find any game in general, because it's worse than not trying at all, like trying to get into anything. So keep that in mind. And if you guys want to know where I got that quote from, it's from Evangelion. So I watch a lot of anime. That's what I did during my break. I watch anime. I picked up a lot of quotes. Trying to learn, trying to get back into the rhythm of things. So trying to add new things to the stream as well. So we're gonna do quotes of the day. So that's the quote of the game. Don't give up halfway, because it's worse than not trying at all. That's your quote for today, guys. Thank you all for tuning into the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, go down below, hit the like button, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out the Twitch channel as well. The link will be down in the description. And if you guys want to have more community one-on-one, the link to my Discord will also be down in the description as well. But thank you all for watching once again. Hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.